Hi, I'm Hippie Dad. Welcome to CloudX. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Archon RDA by the Cloud Chasers Inc. It's a pretty reputable maker, or manufacturer, so I don't expect too much bad out of this. But I had a good look at it at the store and it caught my attention for a couple reasons, and I'll show why. Alright, so this is the Archon RDA by Cloud Chasers Inc. And in the box, you get all sorts of goodies. That's why one of the things I like about this company, you need to see this from more manufacturers. They need to step up their game. But you get the thing. We'll look more into that in a minute. You get a second top cap that's made to give you a wider bore, which is really cool. Because most guys usually go out and buy that separately for their thing. But it comes with it. A big bag of goodies. You get all sorts of extra parts and spare parts, and it's just a really awesome little bit of kit. And it comes with these screwdrivers are really cool. I love them. I have them everywhere now, so I want more. So anyway, there's lots of little bits and pieces in there, and then they got all these different types of drip tips that they send with it and I will never use them. Maybe I'll give them away. I don't know, but I just like I like these things for the wider bore. That's ultimately, what I want in a dripper these days. But it's not to say I won't do reviews on some others, but if I can, I prefer a wider bore. Can't get that thing out. Alright, after cleaning it off with a little bit of soap and water and some alcohol, we're good to go. I find one of the best things to use to get down in between the little spots on here are the little dental brushes that they use, the little flosser brushes. Those things work real well. Okay, so I just popped it on my meter here so I could get it off, which was dumb because I got a million different 5-pin connections over here I could have grabbed. But anyway, first impression, first thing when I go to pull this off, this is what I like. I'm not a little puny guy. I'm not a big beefy guy, but that was difficult to rip off, and I like it. So it's got the I guess they call it PEEK material now. That's the really good stuff. It's a high temperature plastic that they use to make the insulator there, which is awesome. But it's carved in the shape of a hexagon. Got my attention when I was at the store I'm just gonna swap out to the wide bore top cap because that's gonna be the one that I'm gonna use. The thing that caught my attention was the way that they make the airflow changes on this thing. I like this. I mean, usually I would always end up modifying my e-cig anyway, so regardless, pretty much everything all has the same airflow. But there are some cool things that you can actually do with this. So I like the way it works. They have these different steps, right? So it closes off those holes in the steps. So you've got close off the first two holes, close off the first two and the first one, and second one, and onward, and you just keep on closing them all off until they're all completely closed, which would be really dumb. I don't know who would do that. This is not made for single coil guys because I guess you could make it for if you wanted to cut one side off. You could close one side anyway, but that you probably find yourself in situations where it's not fitting properly anymore. It'll start being loose and fall out, and that's another thing. I guess as far as first impressions go, this is a little loose. It doesn't seem like it's gonna stay in there very well, so we'll see if some O-rings need to be swapped out or something. But so far, I don't know, it's fine. Once it starts heating up, who's to say though what will happen to the materials once they start expanding and contracting. But so that's that. Alright, so on this thing I see myself doing I'd say 2 simple parallel coils. I think that's what I'm going to do. About 8 wraps maybe? Yeah. On 24 gauge Canthal. There we go. that's how it's supposed to look. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty harsh. Whoa. Well, so far my immediate reaction is yes, the top cap wants to come off easily. This made sense to me because the metal with the better contact to the thing that's actually getting hot is more than likely expanding a little bit and allowing that to give way. This is a small room. It's very easy to fill it with vapor. Well, that is wide open. So let's see what happens when I close it up halfway. I'm not going to go through all the different steps, but I'm going to make sure that it's nice and sopping wet. Sopping, is that a word? Sobbing? Alright, so starting to close it, and I would call 3 holes open, or no, 4 holes, yeah. Yeah, we'll call that halfway. Okay. Thank you, Cloud Chasers Inc. for making a really decent mod. I like this one. Like I said, the only thing that I really have a problem with is this guy does not want to stay on very well. And that makes sense because you cut off a lot of the surface area on the middle to make these little steps. So, alright, well, if you'd like to check out some of my other videos, I have my series I am doing on just basically the history of vaping, and it's kind of from basics to the advanced. And if you like anything to do with organic gardening and horticulture and sustainable living, you can check out my personal vlog if you want to give in to your inner creeper and check out my life. I welcome you to that, and peace.